you guys, welcome back. I've been meaning ooh, gross, I have a frog in my throat. I've been meaning to do a hungry fat chick video. Um, I just keep like pushing it off and pushing it off. And I saw this video from Sansa Cooks. Shout out to Sansa, that's my girl, calorie counter. Of the two men in hungry fat chick's life and a health update. And I thought, okay, let's watch that. Hungry Fat Chick, if you don't know, is also in Girl World. She's the least problematic, I guess, out of all of them. She just kind of eats. She's a little more sad in a sense. I find her videos so sad. It's really like depressing. Like she really was like, well, this is it. This is how, this is my life. There was a point where she was trying to lose weight and she did a really great job too of losing weight, but unfortunately she wasn't making money and she kind of reverted back to doing mukbangs, which it's a shame because she needs to lose weight because she's not doing so great. So this is a quick video from Sansa. Let's watch it. It's only about close to 6 minutes and I'll give my opinion as we go. So take it away, Sansa.
It's been a while since I've done any kind of update on Candi, so I thought I'd do a quick video and tell you what's going on. She's had quite a few new developments. In this video, let's talk about the two men currently in her life and her recent health update.
Before we get any further, if you don't know anything about Hungry Fat Chick, aka Candi Godiva, she is an adult fetish model. Prior to getting into mukbangs, like that was her spiel. She's well known for that. So if you do go looking up Candi Godiva, you will see images. Just saying. Let's get back to the video.
For those of you who don't know her very well, Candi lives in Las Vegas and is in her early 50s. She's a mukbanger and does 2 mukbangs a week, usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Part of the reason why I don't cover Candi as much is because she doesn't pretend that her mukbangs are a health journey. She eats big, copious amounts of food in a loud, mukbangy kind of way, for lack of a better term. For the past few years, up until fairly recently, she's led a pretty solitary life. That is, until Red came back into the picture. See, Red is Candi's ex, and in a mutually agreeable arrangement, he's been staying with her. It turns out he needs somewhere to live, and she needs help around the apartment, so it's a win-win. While Red isn't actually in videos very much, you can hear him every now and then in the background. And in her recent videos about her health updates, you'll see Red taking Candi around to the doctor's office as both her support and assistant. She even featured his...
So, that's great. That she has someone in her life that's helping her out. For a while there, I was a little nervous about her. And maybe that's also the reason I kind of didn't want to do a video on her. Even though, I mean, Emberlyn and Chantel and Anna are so exciting. I feel like Candi isn't being anybody but herself. Let's just say she's genuinely, this is, and genuinely this is who she is. There's no way of going around it. She's not the happiest person. She's just living her life. I saw Mr. Snowflake had a really good documentary on her. Her childhood, for lack of a better word, was shit. And she had a really sad life, but she just seems like such a sweet and genuine person. It's so sad to see her in this state, but I'm glad that things are looking up for her in terms of having help and she's going to the doctor. And she looks happy in this photo, even though it's the top of her head. Anyway, let's keep going.
Cooking in one of her recent mukbangs, some dirty keto steak and eggs.
Today I'm having breakfast. Steak and eggs a la Red. I had him cook me a breakfast. He cooked me the steak and eggs yesterday and it was so good. I was like, can you do that for me tomorrow? And he doctored it up with some little tomatoes and cucumber garnish. It looks pretty.
Now, the other man in Candy's life is none other than Nikocado Avocado. Their famous YouTube friendship has gone on for years, and he's been back to visit her ever since his weight loss. In one of the videos I made about his return, I made the remark that I feel like Nick should be helping Candy. He lost all this weight, could he not help her as well? And I got quite a bit of pushback for that. Now I get it. Both Nick and Candy are adults, and they're both responsible for their choices. But Candy is really doing very poorly health-wise.
Yeah, just like I said, Sansa's so much more eloquent at saying those things. I love her voice. I love Sansa's voice. She's so amazing. I do feel like her friendship with Nick, is very well documented on YouTube. I don't know how true of a friendship that is, if it's just for the camera and for the ratings, and if they're actual friends. I'm pretty sure that she knew about the transformation and the whole, if you don't know, Nikocado did this whole thing where he was posting videos of him being fat, and then one day he wasn't fat anymore and he lost like 150 pounds, and it was like a big like hoopla. I'll check out some of his videos one day. I don't care to, like, he's not my favorite out of the girls in Girl World. So he did a couple of, when he came back, like his skinnier self, he did a couple of videos with her, mukbang videos. So like Sansa said, she mentioned that why doesn't he help her with her weight loss? I agree with her. I totally see, like, so you're friends with Candy. Candy needs the help. Why don't you share your secrets with her? I don't know if he's back to mukbanging, maybe not as frequently as before, because he is so thin. Maybe it's just like a once a week thing. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully she gets the help she needs.
If she asked for it, why would you bring Candy something like 100 Raising Cane's chicken fingers? Or food from the Heart Attack
Oh my
Grill?
God.
I just don't get
No.
it. Take a look at this weigh-in that Nick did with Candy, and tell me if you don't see what I'm talking about.
That's
This was right
crazy.
after he handed her an octuple bypass burger from the Heart Attack Grill.
Okay, she's gonna do a weigh-in for you guys. And I think the last time she weighed in was the last time I was here, like 2 years ago. So we're gonna find out how much she weighs.
Yep, let's see. That's only right. You gotta do the weigh-ins. Oh. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I definitely need some help. Oh.
It's so hard to watch people struggle with getting on the scale or getting up from the seat. During the pandemic, I gained some weight, not to make this about me, but I'll give you a quick story about my weight gain and loss. During the pandemic, I know a lot of us stayed home. I got super depressed. My mom passed away from complications due to COVID. A lot was going on at the same time. I had moved back from California. There was just so much going on in my life that I was super duper depressed, and I coped with it. I coped with those feelings of depression with food and shopping, and I gained a lot of weight. The most I've weighed in a really, like, I've never weighed that ever. I'm 5'10", and I went up to 304 pounds, which isn't too crazy compared to the Girl World girls, right? They weigh like 500, 400, 500 pounds. But still, at my height and my frame, 304, I have I guess I have a medium to smaller frame. 304 pounds on my 5'10" frame, I felt it. Like, I felt like creaky and cracky, and it's hard to get out of bed. I just had no energy. My breathing was kind of funky. And from there, I started to, seek professional help. Take notes, Chantel. I went to a therapist. Take notes, Chantel. I went to a nutritionist. Take notes, Chantel. And, I'm fortunate enough, I'm an American, I'm fortunate enough to have insurance that covers that stuff. But like Chantel, who's Canadian, who has universal healthcare, she can go to those things for free. But I feel very fortunate that my insurance covers that, because I probably wouldn't have done those things. But to see other people in the state, it's really it hurts my heart, especially since she seems like such a lovely person, Candi. But yeah, let's get to her weigh-in.
Hi.
It's ready.
Okay, let's see if I can. Oh
God. Oh, it hurts
yeah,
my
this
heart.
is not easy.
Let me lower this.
Oh, I'm up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Come on, lady.
433.6 pounds.
Okay.
433.
433.
That's really good.
Okay, yep. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got it.
Oh.
You can lean on me.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, boo.
You're welcome.
So, while I think it's great that Nick and Candi can remain friends, I really hope that the big giant mukbangs take a back seat to her health.
Yeah.
Candi regularly tells us that she suffers from agoraphobia and therefore very rarely leaves her house except for medical emergencies. In her latest video on her second channel called Amajora Darkstar, she gave us an update on going to the doctor. As you can imagine, at her current weight with her mobility issues, this was not an easy trip for her. Luckily, she had Red there with her.
It went pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got all kinds of medications. It's gonna come to me. Gotta go do, x-rays or whatever sometime this week. I'm gonna be coming back here in 2 weeks. And they're talking about stuff for my hip and my lungs, dietitian, all that good stuff. They're not gonna like prescribe any like weight loss medications until they get my labs back though. And they drew like 3 tubes of blood from me while I was here at the office. They have like a little person from Quest here. So yeah, I'm
Wow. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. We're not that far in age, me and Candi, actually. I think she's like 52, I'm 47. So, that's hard to watch too. My mom was always like, she was I like to call skinny fat. So she would eat, she wasn't the healthiest eater. And she had diabetes and heart disease and other things and lung issues, which kind of compounded when COVID hit, and that's how she passed away. And it was really hard to deal, like in her later years, it was really hard to see her she was such an independent person, see her having to need help and taking so many medications. So for me, like, after going through that period of depression during the pandemic, I've always had depression, but it really was just magnified. I really wanted to be better and do better and be a healthier adult and not have to, I mean, I don't have diabetes. I do have a heart murmur from when I was a kid, and I have to get some EKGs and all that jazz. But I'm not on any kind of health medication, knock on wood. The only thing I'm on is like anti-anxiety, antidepressant Lexapro, which I feel like everybody's on. And I'm actually, after doing my annual, my doctor is actually weaning me off of it. Yay, I'm less anxious. So for me, like, getting off of those meds, getting healthier is really important. Since the weight gain, I've lost about 25 pounds. So, and that's me on my own with a nutritionist and just exercising and eating better. No meds yet. You know, they always like, hey, do you want to try, semaglutide? I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it on my own. I think I can get some weight off. And if I need help, I'll come to that. I don't have any shame to try those things. And I don't think that anybody else should. If you need those semaglutides to help you kind of motivate you to lose weight, do it. Do whatever you need. So yeah, it's good to see Candi going to the doctor and trying to get better. I think that for a while there, it was really touch and go. It was hard to watch her. She was so depressed, but she looks good. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going.
I'm not stressing as bad now, but now I'm waiting on my Uber.
So, if you want to keep up with what's going on with Candi's health, you'll need to subscribe to Amateur Dark Star. She's keeping her mukbangs and her health content completely separate. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Sansa, for that video. Please subscribe to Sansa. Please subscribe to Candi and her 2 pages. Please subscribe to me. I'm excited that she's doing better. Hopefully she can find another way to bring in income. I know the mukbangs get her so much money. Maybe she'll find something else to do. I mean, you know, prior to that, she did fetish work, sex work. You know, no shame and that kind of work. Sex work is work. So, I mean, there's got to be something for her to do that doesn't hurt her. And I pray for her. You know, I'm not like super religious, but I am spiritual, and I hope she does better. I hope this wasn't too depressing. I know I talked a lot about myself, but I kind of really appreciate Candi, and I hope she does well. And I hope she lives a couple more years. I really like her as a person. She seems genuinely sweet. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Until next time, stay sassy.